12th man, this one's a gut punch. The roar from Lumen Field still echoes from that hard-fought battle against the Rams, but now the fines are rolling in, and the injury report is hitting harder than expected. Seattle's pushing through the mud of a Week 11 loss with the division dreams hanging by a thread, but whispers from the locker room are stirring up questions that every fan needs answered. Fines that sting, absences that hurt. It's the kind of news that tests the resolve of the entire Seahawks faithful. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Hold on, because the name at the heart of this storm, Tyrice Knight, the linebacker who's been lighting up the field, now facing a double whammy that's got the 12th man on edge. Let's dive into what went down in that Rams clash and why it's rippling through the team's bounce-back hopes against the Titans. It started in the first quarter, clock ticking down to 6:31, when Knight laid into an opponent with a helmet-to-body hit that the league didn't take kindly to. Unnecessary roughness, they called it, slapping him with a $6,406 fine. You could see the intensity in his eyes. That Seahawks football, fierce and unrelenting, but the NFL's got its rules, and they don't bend for passion. Knight, who's been a tackling machine since stepping up in the rotation, now has this cloud over him just as the defense needs every snap. But that's not all. The very next day, before the fine even dropped, Seattle ruled Knight out for the Titans showdown. Concussion protocol hit him hard after that game, keeping him sidelined all week. No practice, no contact, just the quiet frustration of watching from the sidelines. It's a blow because Knight's energy has been infectious, his plays turning potential disasters into stops that fire up the crowd. With him out, the linebacker core leans heavier on the vets, and you know how thin that margin can be in a division scrap. And it's not just Knight. Jaron Reed, the defensive tackle who's been anchoring the line, caught a $14,491 fine for unsportsmanlike conduct in the second quarter at 6:26. A moment of heat in the trenches, the kind that boils over when the game's on the line. Reed's been a rock this season, disrupting plays and commanding double teams, but this infraction, whatever sparked it, has the league sending a message. Fines like these aren't just about the wallet, they're reminders to keep the fire controlled, especially with the playoffs in sight. Zooming out, that Rams loss was a grinder. Seattle fought tooth and nail, but 4 picks from Sam Darnold, yeah, he's the guy under the microscope now too, turned the tide. The 12th man felt every one of those, the stadium's energy dipping with each interception. Darnold's got the arm, the anticipation that's dazzled us all year, ripping throws into tight windows like it's nothing. But as Brock Huard broke it down on Seattle Sports, it's the post-snap reads where the rust shows. Against defenses like the Rams, loaded with nickel and dime packages, the disguises create chaos. Pre-snap looks fool you, post-snap movements seal the deal. Huard nailed it, Darnold's phenomenal pre-snap, but that transition, it's where turnovers hide. Heading into Tennessee, this is the reset Seattle craves. The Titans are stumbling, an ideal matchup to shake off the cobwebs. But without Knight and with rookie wideout Torrey Horton sidelined for his third straight with a shin issue, the depth chart's tested. Horton's speed has been missed, those quick slants and deep shots that stretch the field. It's all about adaptation now, Darnold adjusting his eyes, the D-line rallying around Reed despite the fine, and the 12th man bringing the noise from afar. This isn't just about one game, it's the stretch run. Every fine paid, every injury healed builds the story of resilience. Knight's absence stings, but it spotlights the next man-up mentality that's defined Seahawks grit for years. As the appeals process kicks in with heavyweights like Derek Brooks or Jordy Nelson hearing the cases, there's a chance for relief, but for now it's full steam ahead. Building on that foundation, let's talk Titans. Tennessee's got their own messes, but Seattle's got the tools to exploit them if they clean up their act. Darnold's clip from Huard echoes loud, making sure what you see pre-snap declares itself post-snap. It's that simple yet elusive edge. The Rams thrived on illusion, moving guys at speed to confuse the protection. Against a softer Titans secondary, Darnold can operate, but only if he trusts the progression and doesn't force it. We've seen him hit the back foot and unleash pure magic when it connects, heartbreak when it doesn't. The 12th man's chanting for that bounce-back magic, the kind that turns a divisional dip into fuel. Reed's fine, it's a wake-up in the trenches. Unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe a shove too far, a word exchanged in the heat, but Reed's presence is non-negotiable. He's the guy who eats blocks, frees up the linebackers, and now without Knight, that role amps up. The fine's steep, over $14K, but it's pocket change compared to the impact he brings. Seahawks fans know the drill. Pay the league, play the game. The appeals could soften it, with those former players understanding the fire of competition better than suits in an office. Knight's concussion is the real gut check. Ruled out per Brady Henderson of ESPN, it's no shock after a week in protocol. Head injuries don't mess around, and Seattle's prioritizing health, smart, long-term thinking. But short-term, it reshuffles the D rookies stepping up, vets like Reed and Bobby Wagner if he's suiting up, carrying the load. The 12th man feels this one deep because defense wins in November, and losing a spark plug like Knight tests the unit's depth. Horton's shin keeping him out again, that's opportunity for the vets like DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith-Njigba to feast. No excuses, Seattle's offense needs to click, Darnold needs to shine. The Titans' game is winnable, a chance to regroup in the NFC West where every win counts double. That loss to LA hurt the standings, but a statement win in Tennessee, It reignites the fire, reminds everyone why we bleed blue and green. Wrapping this up, these finds and outs aren't the end, they're the plot twists in Seattle's season saga. Knight and Reed paying the price on the field translates to growth off it. Darnold's learning curve steepens, but the talent's there. As the Seahawks hit the road, the 12th man's roar travels with them, louder in spirit. This community's buzzing because we've been here before, down but not out, fierce and united. Fire up the Lynx, Seattle, the bounce back starts now. Let's talk in the comments. How does the D hold without Knight? Can Darnold deliver? Hit subscribe, stay locked in, we've got the ride ahead.